I'd like to call tonight's regular meeting of City Council to order for November 14th, 2022. And to note that Mayor Smook is joining us via the Zoom tonight. I'd like to recognize that we are in Treaty 5 territory this evening, traditional territory of NCN Cree Nation and the homeland of the Métis, and that we are all treaty people. I would like to look for council for approval of the agenda. Councillor Lundmark, seconder, Councillor McIver. All those in favor? That's carried unanimously. Thank you. Is there any community comments or feedbacks that were phoned in or questions brought to administration for this evening?
No, we've not received any comments or feedback.
Thank you. Hearing none and seeing we have nobody in person this evening, we will move on to number 5, which is the adoption of minutes. 5.1 is the adoption of the regular meeting of council for October 24th. We have resolution number 2022199, moved by Councillor Louis Fitzpatrick, seconded by Councillor Colbert. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular meeting of council held in council chambers, City Hall, Thompson, Manitoba, on Monday, October 24th, 2022, be adopted as circulated. I'll just go to administration if there is anything to add to that.
No, there's nothing further.
Thank you. I'll go to the mover, Councillor Fitzpatrick. Do you have anything?
Nothing there.
Anything else, councillors? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried unanimously. Thank you. We'll now move on to resolution number 2022200. It's moved by Councillor Wong, seconded by Councillor Fitzpatrick. Be it resolved that the minutes of the inaugural meeting of council held in council chambers, City Hall, Thompson, Manitoba, on Wednesday, November 2nd, 2022, be adopted as circulated. Administration, anything to add?
Nothing further.
Thank you. I'll go to the mover, Councillor Wong. Anything?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Any comments or questions by council? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried unanimously. Thank you. Now move on to resolution number 2022201, moved by Councillor Wong and it's seconded by Councillor Fitzpatrick. Be it resolved that the minutes of the committee of the whole meeting held in council chambers, City Hall, Thompson, Manitoba, on Monday, November 7th, 2022, be adopted as circulated. Administration, anything?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Councillor Wong, anything to add?
Nothing further.
Thank you. Council, any comments?
Nothing there.
Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried unanimously. Thank you.
Chair,
Councillor Wong?
I have a taxpayer request that cannot watch the Zoom thing. Is it not,
Okay.
is it not a pop-up?
It is. Okay, just for clarification, we had a comment from the public that they weren't being able to see a Zoom link, but administration has confirmed that it is up and running. Administration?
Even further to that, we'll have it on the YouTube tomorrow. So if there is a technical glitch, it'll be uploaded so they can watch it after the fact.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for clarification. Resolution number 2022202 is moved by Councillor Chung, seconded by Councillor Wong. Be it resolved that council will approve the sole sourcing the IT managed services to Epic for a cost of $6,204 per month, plus additional taxes for a 2-year period. I'll go to administration for input.
Yes, so the City of Thompson's IT services for the last 5 years have been managed by a company called Epic. Epic is a division of Bell MTS. Their contract is coming up for renewal and they requested a 2-year renewal working with the city. The administration recommends that council enter into this agreement as we're in the middle of deploying a number of new projects and programs on behalf of the previous council, especially around asset management. So it's critical that we have continuity in this area at this time. So therefore, we're requesting that you approve us entering into a sole sourced agreement with Epic to provide 2 more years of IT services.
Thank you. I'll go to the mover, Councillor Chung. Did you have anything you'd like to add?
Yes, Madam Chair. My question to you is, EPEC, do EPEC provide some kind of to the administration, like a quarterly business report
Okay, I'll go to the administration for clarification. Anthony?
Yes, they do provide us with reports. If there's something council would like to see, that we can make arrangements to have that special reporting. So I've received one report, but if that's something that interests the council, we could customize that information and bring it to council.
Yeah, if you can summarize that, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Lundmark?
There's one small thing on the managed service agreement comparison, and it doesn't really affect the current, the one we're entering into. They just made a mistake on page 2 of 3. Additional locations, they talk about the service quantity, and the $100 rate was supposed to be 300 grand, but $30. But other than that, just wanted to put that out so we got the right numbers. And other than that, listening to administration and understanding that all the work that we're gonna have to do with software, with the new program, I really think it is very important that we keep continuity with our electronic services, and with how things can change when it comes to any kind of programs like this, it's very important that we keep with the same people right now. That probably for a while, actually. Thank you.
Thank you, administration.
Yes, we're aware of that typo that's in there. We pointed it out. It really doesn't affect this year's renewal. It just shows the comparison. It used the wrong number as the multiplier for that one line. That would be the second line under the current versus the revised.
Thank you. Councillor Colburn?
What did we pay last year?
The report would show that the monthly fee last year was in $5,085 a month,
Now it's 6,000 this year.
6,200 this.
When are we getting new?
As you can see on the second and third pages of the comparison, that there have been changes to the number of buildings that are added. So now we've added on the wastewater plant and a few other different things, as well as we've made changes to the way our servers work. So it's really reconfiguring how our network system works. That's resulted in the changes in the costs.
Thank you, Councillor. Or, sorry, Councillor Wong?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just want a clarification from the administration when Councillor Trump asked about the business report. Do you mean the performance report, or just what business report you're talking about?
My assumption for a business report is that I report on the status of our servers, the equipment, how old the equipment is, and the renewal. So I'd be bringing you the reports more based on the capital. That's what I'm assuming you're looking for, because that's what the costs are for upgrades.
Can I follow up?
Sure.
I'm more interested kind of like an audit report, which is like performance report quarterly, that way we know there is such thing in the market that about IT performance review. Then we know this company is doing good job or something that we can improving and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, there is the audit firm out there to do this type of audit. So if you can request, that would be great. Thank you.
That's, sorry.
Administration, go
Yeah,
ahead.
so if we're looking for a special audit, that would require extra budget for the council. The council wants us to do that, we can pursue that. That's not something that we currently budget for.
Great. So just for clarification, what's before you today, council, to vote on is for this contract for the next 2 years. If at budget time, we want to look at an audited cost, that would come out of our budget deliberations. In the meantime, we can have the reporting that Anthony gets, that Councillor Chung had requested, come to council for information when he gets those. Councillor Wong?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Actually, some companies do provide it for free. It's not like you have to spend extra money. So there is a lot of option out there. So I just want to inform the administration there is an option. Thank you.
Administration?
Yeah, I'll be following up with them tomorrow. So once I'm following up on this contract, I'll make that request to see.
Thank you.
Any other comments from council? Okay, seeing none, I will call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried unanimously. Thank you. Our next resolution is resolution number 2022-203. It is moved by Councillor McIver. It is seconded by Councillor Lundmark. Whereas Safety Services Manitoba has been authorized to manage the Operation Red Nose program in Manitoba. And whereas Safety Services Manitoba is requesting that the city of Thompson be identified as the host to operate the local Operation Red Nose organization campaign in the city of Thompson. And whereas the city of Thompson will take on all responsibilities of organizing and implementing this service. Now therefore be it resolved that council approve the request from Safety Services Manitoba, identifying the city of Thompson as the host organization and enters into a contract between Safety Services Manitoba and the city of Thompson for Operation Red Nose 2022. Go to administration.
Yes, the city of Thompson has hosted Operation Red Nose for many years. There were slowdowns through COVID, but it's up back and running again. And this is really, as long as council is in agreement, a housekeeping matter just to make everything legal and above board. So the request is that council would support Operation Red Nose being run through the city of Thompson.
Councillor McIver, did you have anything to add? Okay, any other councillors? Councillor Colburn?
What is the city's liability there?
Administration, can you answer that?
The city's liability,
Is there any?
all of our obligations are listed under section 5. There's obligations for the volunteer-based services. That's under section 5.2.
For safety services covers this.
That I can't actually answer for you. So I've never run this program. I was just asked to bring it forward.
I think everything's identified in that agreement, so.
Yeah.
Councillor Fitzpatrick?
So who posted it before, do we know?
I believe this has been brought forward to council previously by the city of Thompson.
Okay.
So the organization reaches out to the city signs on, and then the group that's in town that runs it basically starts running everything. And I believe we assist with managing the books on their behalf. I see Mayor Smith has.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor Smoot, go ahead.
Yeah, this has been in place for many years. Basically, there has to be a host organization, and that's where at one time when we used to have United Way up here, the United Way was the host organization. And then when it left, it was turned over to the city of Thompson. They accepted this. I'm going back likely close to 20 years now. And there is liability insurance and everything carried by Operation Red Nose Safety Services, and that we are basically just in it for, you know, as they say, as flow through. We don't even get the dollars through us. It's just basically so that there's community commitment to the organization. Thank you.
Any other comments for anyone? Okay, just also to note and for the public that they look for volunteers to help them when they're doing this. So please step up, because it's been a few years since we had Christmas parties and the whole bit in our city, so we should all try to volunteer or get people to step up. Councillor Wong?
Yeah, there's nothing to the agreement. Just want to encourage my colleague to like what you just said, Madam Chair. We should be form a team to help out this organization.
Thank you. Anybody else? Councillor Fitzpatrick?
Want to agree with Councillor Wong on that, and TV whenever.
Okay, thanks for that. Anybody else, any comments? Okay, I'll call for the question and all those in favor?
Aye.
That's carried unanimously. Thank you. Unanimous. All right, our next resolution is resolution 2022-204. It is moved by Councillor Fitzpatrick and it's seconded by Councillor Colburn. Whereas council has the occasional need of a taxi commission to provide advice on taxi related issues as outlined in Part X of the taxi cab bylaw 1920-2014 as amended. And whereas on November 2nd, 2022, council appointed Councillor McIver, Councillor Colburn, and Councillor Fitzpatrick to the taxi commission and decided that the remaining members of the taxi commission are to be council members. Now therefore be it resolved that council appoint Brian Lundmark and Sandra Oberdorfer to the taxi commission. I'll go to administration.
Yeah, so traditionally, the committee was made up of 3 members of council and then 2 external members to the city. Right now, the taxi bylaw is under review by the administration on behalf of the previous council. It'll be brought forward to this new council for review and potential first reading. So the recommendation was that at this time, we appoint, or that council would appoint 2 other members of council rather than recruiting from the public, because it could be replaced within 1 or 2 months. So the recommendation would be that if we are having a new commission, that we wait till that time to appoint members of the public.
Thank you. I'll go to Councillor Fitzpatrick. Do you have any comments?
No.
Any councillors have comments? Seeing none, I will call for the question. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried unanimously. Thank you. I will look for Councillor to move it to adjourn, please. Councillor Wong, seconded by Councillor Oberdorfer. All those in favor?
Aye.
Carried. We are now adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.
Are we muted?